In this video, we are looking at other measures of location. We're going to look at the median again. So the median is halfway through the data. The lower quartile, which is a quarter, 1/4 of the way, 25% of the way through the data. The upper quartile, which is 3/4 or 75% of the way through the data. And we're going to also have other percentiles. So we could have the 20th percentile, which is 20% of the way through the data, or the 95th percentile, which is 95% of the way through the data. The first question here, the number of books sold by a shop on 12 days are shown below. Find the median and the quartiles for this data. So when we have just a list of numbers, we can just write them in order and then find the middle for the median. And then once we've split it into two halves, go halfway through the lower half for the lower quartile and halfway through the upper half for the upper quartile. So let's order them first. We'll have 5, then 11, 12, 13, 2 15s, 16, 2 18s, 19, 20, 24. The median, halfway. You can probably see if we cross off 5 on both sides, we're left with 2 in the middle, the 15 and 16. And when there's 2 left in the middle, we go halfway between them. 15 plus 16 over 2 is 15.5. So 15.5 books is the median. And now we've split it into two halves. We've split it into the top 6 and the bottom 6. To find the lower quartile, we go halfway through the first 6. So again, if we cross off 2 on both sides, we're left with 2 in the middle. We go halfway between them. 12 and 13, halfway between them is 12.5. So that's our lower quartile. Then for the upper quartile, again, if we cross off 2 on both sides, we're left with 2 in the middle. We go halfway between them, which is 18.5 books, and that is our upper quartile. One question for you to try. Pause the video and give it a go. So to find the median and the quartiles, we need to order the numbers first. So we have 18, 21, 3 23s, 25, 26, 28, 29, 32, 33, 33. The median, halfway. So again, cross off 5 on both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're left with 2 in the middle. We go halfway between them. Halfway between 25 and 26 is 25.5. So now we've split it into two halves. The lower quartile is halfway through the lower half. So cross off 2 on both sides. We're left with 2 in the middle, 23 and 23. So the median is 23. And for the upper quartile, cross off 2 on both sides. We're left with 2 in the middle. Halfway between 29 and 32 is 30.5 books. Now in this question, we've got a table of data. And we're going to have to use something called interpolation to find our quartiles and our percentiles. The first question, we've got distance in miles, we've got frequency, and we need to find an estimate for the upper quartile. We need to know the total frequency. Actually, what I'll do, I will do a cumulative frequency down the side. That's going to help us. So 10 plus 16 is 26. Plus 25 is 51, plus 9 is 60. So we have 60 people in total. The upper quartile is 75% or 3/4 of the way through the data. So 3/4 of 60 is 45. So we are going to be looking for the 45th person, the 45th piece of data. Which row is it in? It is, so we're at 10, then 26. 45 is in our 20 to 29 group. But you'll see we've got gaps in between them. We've got 19 and then 20. So we've got a gap in between the groups. We can't have a gap with our continuous data. So we're going to have to change these labels to 19.5 to 29.5. So we want to go into this 19.5 to 29.5 group. How far do we want to go? So if we're at 26 people when we start the group, we want to get to 45. 45 take away 26 is 19. So we want to go 19 people into this group of 25 people. We can write that as a fraction, 19/25 into the group. So for interpolation, we're going to have our lower bound, which is 19.5, plus the fraction we want to go into, times how wide the group is. 19.5 to 29.5, it's got a class width of 10, so it's times 10. So our lower bound plus the fraction we want to go into times the class width. 19.5 plus 19/25 times 10, 27.1. So it's 27.1 miles, and that is our estimate for the upper quartile. We're going to do the same thing for the 10th percentile. So the 10th percentile is 10% into the data. 10% of 60 is the 6th person. So we're looking for person number 6. They are in the first group, which goes from 0 to 9.5. So they're in the first group, and there's 10 people in that group. So we want to go 6/10 into the group. So we start with our lower bound, which is 0, plus our fraction, which is 6 out of 10. We want to go 6 people out of 10 people into the group, times the class width, which is 9.5. So we've got 6/10 of 9.5, which is 5.7. So 5.7 miles is our 10th percentile. Okay, a question for you to try. See if you can use interpolation. So our formula is the lower bound plus the fraction we want to go in. I'm just going to write that fraction into group times class width. So we're going to use interpolation, try and find the median and the 90th percentile. So let's work out how many people we have. So if we do the cumulative frequency, we've got 15 plus 22 is 37, plus 19 is 56, plus 14 is 70. So we've got 70 people. The median is halfway. So half of 70 is 35. So we're looking for person 35. We can see that in the 9.5 to 19.5 group. And how far in? So there are 22 people in the group. We were at 15 when we started the group. We want to get to 35. 35 take away 15 is 20. So we want to go 20 people into the group out of 22 in total. So it's our lower bound, 9.5. plus our fraction, which is 20 out of 22, times our class width, which is 10. So 9.5 plus 20 out of 22 times 10 is 18.6. So 18.6 seconds. Now we want the 90th percentile. So 90% of 70 is 63. So we're looking for person 63. What group are they in? They're going to be in this last group, our 29.5 to 39.5 group. How far into the group? So we were at 56 when we started the group. 63 take away 56 is 7. So 7/14, halfway into the group. That should be nice and easy. So we've got 29.5 plus 7/14 of 10. Probably don't even need to use a calculator for this. 29.5 plus 7/14 of 10 is 34.5. It's exactly halfway into the last group.